When I watched this clip, it made me thinking, okay, I think we ought to dedicate more time and more effort towards educating each other as fellow Africans, as fellow black people, so that we can understand what is going on and why we're getting it wrong.
Guys.
Fellow Africans, fellow Zimbabweans, if you leave your little country and your little village that you live in, and you go elsewhere in the world, to the first world countries, those countries that are deemed successful, where everybody can afford to buy their own food, politicians do not campaign with food hampers because it will be literally an insult to the intellect of the people. Because their economies are functioning, they can actually afford to buy those things themselves. So you cannot bring 2 kg of rice and say, vote for me. But us as Africans, we are still foolish enough to fall for these traps. We fall for these traps for someone who comes 5 years and the politicians bring party regalia and give us as clothes. Because we don't have clothes, we are happy. We celebrate those stupid things and they bring a 2 kg of rice. You should ask them the question, if you bring me this 2 kg of rice that me and my big family can only eat tonight, what about the rest of the 5 years? What do you think I should be eating? Where do you think I'll be getting the food to eat for the rest of the 5 years? The rest of the 5 years, you will be struggling, eating unhealthy food, sleeping on an empty stomach, sometimes eating pap only without relish. I've been there. If we talk of the struggle, I have been there with you guys. I've lived it. We lived through these difficult times together. But we fail to think. We fail to realize our situation. The person who is supposed to be, who is responsible for making sure that our economies and our countries are functioning to the point that you and I can be able to buy that grocery for ourselves every single day. It's that very person who is coming today because he has failed. Because they have failed to run the economy, they're coming to bribe you with 2 kg of rice. Instead of you asking them the question, I am supposed to be working. I'm supposed to be having a job. I'm supposed to be driving my own car. I'm supposed to be having my own house. I'm supposed to be able to buy this rice for myself every single day. I'm supposed to be eating bread and eggs every day. But you cannot afford it. That's why they're coming to you and bribing you with the 2 kg of rice. Think about it. How stupid are you to fall for these traps, to accept and start dancing to this nonsense? When they leave the rallies, that they are coming to you and giving you these little food hampers, they live in a Rolls Royce, they live in expensive motorcades. That is the piece of your money. It's a piece of the world that is also supposed to come to you. If these people were patriotic enough to save the people and save the country, those resources that they are wasting and having these expensive motorcades, traveling abroad, feeding their family in luxury, stealing from the country, buying properties abroad, that is the resources that is supposed to be channeled towards you so that you can be able to buy rice for yourself every day. But because you and I are ignorant up here, we fall for this nonsense. And this dictatorship do not just exist in a void. They exist because they are being supported with the system, the security arms of the state, the police, the army, intelligence officers, and the rest of it. Those are the people who are supporting them to keep them in power. Those are the people who are sent to use force against you and I when we want to raise up and say we must put an end to this mismanagement of the economy. And guess what? Amongst you guys who are in the security forces, you're also being used because you're also stupid. If you think about it, the people who are being rewarded handsomely is your superior, is your lieutenant, is your colonel. But you don't get anything. But you just follow blindly and you just go. That is the one reason why I never wanted to join the police, the army myself, because I know, because I think for myself. I use logic. These people, your superiors are given farms, are given land, are given beautiful homes, are given cars, and they are given bags of money. But you, the one who's actually being used to come and beat your fellow citizen in order to maintain those in power, you get nothing. You get paid a civil servant salary, which means nothing, which you can't afford anything, which you can't even afford to live. Travel in the world. Travel outside of your country and you will realize that you are poor. You are rotting in poverty. What you earn is nothing. There are countries with functioning systems. Let me tell you this. There are countries with functioning systems. Not what we have here. This what we have is an insult to our intellect. Is an insult to us to think that someone is saying this is a functioning country. But you and I were very ignorant because we are not holding them accountable when they actually fail to provide what they're supposed to provide. Man, you can't celebrate and dance for 2 kg of rice. Don't be stupid. There are people who can afford tons and tons of rice every single day. If wherever you are, man, we need to wake up as black people. We need to wake up as Africans. You can only find this in Africa because I don't know what is wrong with you and I. Are we that dumb so that we don't understand this? These are the people who are supposed to create an environment, who are stealing the resources that are supposed to also come to you and I, so that we can be able to buy that rice for ourselves, so that we can be able to buy bread and eggs every single day, so that we can be able to go to work and have a job, so that we can be able to send our kids to school. But they come and give you a 2 kg of rice because they don't want you to hold them accountable, because they don't want you to ask them a question. In the other part of the world, in the first world, they don't campaign with food hampers. They go on and have debates, and it's a contestation of ideas on how they are going to better the lives of the individual, how they are going to deal with the economy. It's about policy. Don't bring me a 2 kg of rice after 5 years. What do you think I've been eating for the rest of 5 years? I've been sleeping on an empty stomach. I've been hungry, and you were having a good life because I voted for you. You are voting for them so that they can live a luxurious and beautiful life, while you rot in poverty, while you suffer. Don't be stupid.